to do that. And I appreciate all the fans that go to that extent to try to understand the story. And and you don't have to, but that's what's really so magical about that, because you guys take out the time and you really care. So I really appreciate that. And just the other day, because of that, I just wanted to say thank you, and I just kind of went on Twitter to say that. By the way, shout out to Henry as well for doing that with his member. It was, I love that guy. I didn't meet him. I mean, when I met him in Thailand that time, I remember I got like a message from the PDs from the Super Sound K, and was it NBC or KBS? I'm not too sure. But they asked me if I could stay, if I was going to go to sleep, because Henry landed quite late, because his performance was the next day. So obviously I was leaving the next day, and I think he was aware of that. So he wanted to meet me first thing he did when he landed in Bangkok. And I just thought, wow, that's like, someone would do that, so of course I would, of course, staying up a couple of hours just for someone's dedication to that extent that wants to like meet. And of course I would. That's the honor's mine. And we met, and you can imagine how it went. It was such a wholesome meeting. He gave me his signed, CD, which was in the magazine form, which by the way looks really cool, of Wavy, and I gave him mine, and we just had a good conversation, and again he was just expressing how much he really loves what we do, and he told me there's really one really a touching thing that he wrote in one of the messages, and I'm not sure if I can disclose it, but for me it was so touching that I was like, wow. I was kind of moved in a way, where he said, everything you create is magic to this world, or to himself, and I just thought that was such a nice thing to say to somebody. And it was more of a very moral, supportive message that he gave that notion. So big shout out to Henry. Like, this guy will forever be in my grace, and I think, who knows, man. I told him, I'd love to see some more stuff with you. And again, it's an absolute pleasure to have people like him just kind of support DPR, and it's that's what really makes it worthwhile at the end of the day too. So I appreciate all the shout outs that we get, and all the people that do our challenges. It's not bestowed upon us that we never undermine such things. We absolutely love when they are not just only aware, but they're very, very like consistent with liking our things. And again, this makes me more proud, I guess you could say, of the fan base that we've created, as dreamers. Because I'm a dreamer too, right? Like, we're all dreamers. Like, I'm there with you. Don't separate me now, guys. Don't separate me. I'm a dreamer. So it just makes me proud of us, right? As a collective, as a team, as a family. And if you're new here, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now beginning to be like, I want to be a dreamer, hey, people are right here to lead you in the right direction. They love you. We're all a family, right? Don't no fandom wars and stuff like that, please. We're all here to spread positivity, spread love. There's not enough of it in this world, apparently. So yeah, let's do that, guys. I always tell you, if there's one thing that I want you guys to do every day, is to compliment yourself. Self-compliment, self-talk, say how proud you are. If you're not, if you want to tell that to somebody else, hey, being kind is free. Tell the next person that you meet. Well, it doesn't have to always be the next person, but the person that you want to tell that you're proud and you appreciate them. That's all it takes. Now onto the hybrid. I thought this was an organ or something, but I guess not. So now onto the hybrid. The hybrid. hybrid. What is a hybrid? Is how different is a hybrid from MITO and insanity? Is there any relation to the storyline? I have to clear my throat for this one. Questions. So the hybrid is an extension, an extension, but as crucial to the storyline of the main storyline of MITO insanity. I can't really explain why, other than it's its own entity. So what is a hybrid? Okay, imagine a void, right? Imagine a space. Let's call it the void. All right, let's call this space the void. What is the void? So where does the void lie? Does it lie in one's consciousness or unconsciousness, in the mind, in somewhere, in some compartment of your mind lies a place called the void, right? So what is a void? So every time you have an idea and you forget, every time you have a core memory but it's forgotten, every time you have a bad memory, trauma, every time you have your first kiss, every time you have all these experiences, jumbled and forgotten, not remembered. There's some that I'm sure you forget, experiences that you block out, experiences that you remember but you just completely forget, and other sources of experiences that you're inspired by, and this is a key word. So where does it all go to? Where does all this missing, I guess you could say, scrap of a memory and experience go to? 한국말로 이거 바로 답변해드릴게요. So where does this all go to? Where does it all trickle down to? It trickles down into a space, a confined space that we don't even know exists temporarily, no, permanently in the mind. How long has it been there for? As long as you can remember. Is it an extension of my mind then? No. And this is where it gets interesting. I don't want to reveal too much, but listen. It trickles down to a specific spot called the void. And over the years and over the time, it creates its own entity, right? So it forms good, bad, everything. So you can imagine how much, yes, somebody said repressed memories. So everything you repress, suppress, forget, or get inspired by, everything has a consequence, is what I'm trying to say. It all trickles down to a spot. And in that spot, it has dwelled so long that it forms what we know to be an entity. So then you might say, but that's an extension of you. Well, that could be the case and that could not be. I don't want to say this yet. Like, I don't want to give it away. Like, here's the thing. The reason why I'm not giving a direct answer is because I want you guys to figure it out at the end. So I'll answer straight questions. Is the hybrid a guardian of the void? Possibly, or the intruder. There you go. I'm gonna battle you with questions. Is the hybrid the all god of the other side then? No. Then what god is it? What titan of a god is it? To which universe? That's a question that I'm gonna keep with you, right? So then, what is Ian doing with the hybrid? Well, that meeting, the what would you call it, Ryu? That contact, was it meant to happen or was it not? Maybe it was never meant to happen. So I'll give you a good reference, right? You have normal heroes that we humans call gods, right? And then you have the gods that call gods a higher sentient being to them than like gods, right? So that's essentially what that is. And so what is gods among gods then, right? What are we tapping into? It's almost like a titan. It's almost like an entity, an ancient enigma of something, right? So keep in mind that's what the hybrid is. It's something that we don't understand yet. And now, story starts, right? Ian, we see the forbidden door for the first time. So we see the door that he's not meant to enter, but somehow he manages to find a key and he enters it. Only to believe he stumbles into a void where he was not meant to, and that's where he strikes his first encounter with the sentient being, I guess you could say. How that goes, I'll leave it. I'll show it later in the project. But now here's the interesting part of it. The Ian that went into that void, how Ian comes out is honestly, I'll say this: it's the start of insanity. So it is the very cause of leading Ian down to the destructive path on becoming insanity. And again, then you can put this on the timeline as before insanity. So you might be wondering, so is he the cause of Ian going insane? Why? I won't reveal that, but yes, he is the cause. He, she, not really, there's no real gender to it. It's a sentient being. So that is essentially what the hybrid is. It is a big deal. It is a big ordeal. All right, it is an absolutely big entity. The reason why I put this out is because this piece of the puzzle is going to make so much more sense later down the line. It's kind of like I need to throw it out there for you guys to understand what direction we're taking this into the future. And I dare not say, if somebody asks, so somebody's saying, what does the hybrid have a name, right? Again, can't reveal that. Has there always been a hybrid? Again, I can't reveal that. I'm so sorry, but you are asking, but here's the thing. You guys are asking the right questions. That is the right questions, right? Those are the right questions that you should be asking. Thank you for congratulating me on winning the award, by the way. I saw that. Where's my dog? Laurie, she's just sleeping. Your name is Karen. Hello, Karen, darling. How are you? Can you wake me up 5 hours later? I believe that's it, fine. I'm doing well. Is a hybrid the edited voice? Oh, you guys haven't heard what the hybrid sounded like yet. I will tell you this. The version that you see in Limbo, the version that you see of me in Limbo is not the hybrid. It's not the hybrid. The hybrid is something else. But there's a version of the hybrid that creates the version of there's a. I mean, it's, again, I don't want to say too much. I'm going to shut my mouth here because I want to show you guys. Again, look forward to the hybrid. Look forward to the visual story. Look forward to the movie when it comes out. I say it's a movie, but it's just really music videos. But again, what does the hybrid look like? Well, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna tell you guys. So anyway, guys, I do have to toodaloo. This gets exciting. I'm telling you, this is an exciting project. This is the first time we get to encounter the what might possibly be the biggest source to not tomato sauce and ketchup and shit like that. I'm talking about the source, the energy source from where all this has started. It's kind of like really revealing in this universe, right? Yes, I changed sofa position. Thank you so much for pointing that out, sir, or miss, or because it is actually repositioned it, and I like it a lot. So now we get the idea that the hybrid is a separate entity. So is the hybrid only affecting Ian, or is it affecting other people's universes too? Again, we're taking it a step at a time. So anyway, guys, I have to go. I have to go into the meeting for the hybrid. I just came on to say hello and love you all, of course, and want to chit chat with you, give you. Can you please what? Aku cinta kamu. I mean, I think I said that right. Aku cinta kamu. What does that mean? What does that mean? Impossible for him to. Yeah, it is. I'm trying. You know what? If there's one thing TikTok does, it allows you to read faster. What is my favorite color? I think my favorite color right now is blue with a tint of gold. The hybrid color. 잠깐 뒤지게 뭐라고 했는데 너무 빨라. 아무튼 have you ever considered coming to Poland? Yes, I have. Poland 너무 좋지. Do I like Harry Potter? Yes, I like Harry Potter. I love the Harry Potter books. The little meme thing kind of like ruined it for me. He's going to sacrifice himself. Do you know that meme? Man, that ruined it. That ruined the movie for me. Why'd I have to make that into a meme? He's going to sacrifice himself. No. Is it no, Ron, no? No, Ron, no. Yeah. Well, we sound Australian when we do it. And people are questioning my accent every now and then. And I see that. I see those comments. But you know what? Here's the thing. Try living in Australia, right? Try living in Australia for more than half your life. Then move to Korea where nobody speaks Australian. And, nobody speaks English with an Australian accent, not Australian. Nobody speaks English with an Australian accent. Everyone talks American, but you're having to reside Korean. So as if your accent's not going to get diluted and a little bit twisted there. So imagine living 10 years there and then coming to America while you're working with an Australian team. And you're telling me my accent's like weird and jumbled, and you're right. I have a pretty dirty accent. I have a goddamn dirty accent because it's not, it doesn't belong to Australia. I do have my roots from Wollongong. So my accent was very thick then, but I mean, what happened was life, right? And I'm sorry, I'm sure everyone goes through it. 10 years away from it, and being amongst a lot of American people, Korean people, yeah, it's gonna ruin your accent overall. You're gonna start sounding less like it because you don't really have a place to talk like that. But then now, come forward, I'm now working with an Australian team, and they're straight from Australia. Reuse one of them, you know. So naturally, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, if you're in an environment and they all start talking one way, or you are going to eventually start sounding like them, right? I know when I was in Singapore for just a quick week, I started speaking Singlish, right? They had that effect on me. You know, I kept saying la after everything. So this way of environmental effect on how somebody speaks is not abnormal at all, guys. And you know, over the time, it's a little hard for me because again, I don't want to have to think about what I say. I don't like to think about how I'm going to sound to people. That's just weird. So, you know, again, guys, just keep that in mind every time you might hear me. And some might say, "Oh, is it your alters?" No, my alters will probably sound the same, but with a different tonation. Maybe actually, I don't know, with a different tonation. I don't even know. You know, I don't even want to think about that right now. So anyway, guys, that's it. Just wanted to get that out there. So if you catch me and I sound a bit more Australian than last time, then it's probably because I was around more Australian people. And then all of a sudden, if I sound Singaporean, it's probably because I spent a couple of weeks in Singapore, right? Same goes to the UK. If I was in the UK, I might start picking up the tonation of it, you know. And it's not that unusual, guys. A lot of people do that, you know. So again, I don't like to think about how I sound. I think that's kind of weird if you kind of focus on how you sound. Maybe some people do that. Maybe some people compose themselves and have to present speeches. I don't do that. I just sing. I just talk. So I don't believe it. There's a reason why I have to do that. And I'm certainly not going to try speaking Singlish because I don't want to butcher that, right? As funny as that is, I might actually butcher that. So anyway, guys, your environment affects the way you speak, right? Point period. The longer you stay in it, the longer you get affected with your speech and dialect. It's a very, very common thing. Sorry. All right. Is that crowded room really close to something? I don't know. Christian, tell me, are you happy? I'm extremely happy if you haven't seen it. All right. Like, I might not look like it, but I'm really happy. What's my first English? What's my first language? Is English. Ko-cham. Tour in Latin America? Yeah. Listen, here's the thing, guys. If I promise to give you a tour, you guys have to promise to come, because I'm scared. I'm scared that no one will turn up. I really am. But fear not. The show that we're making is just mind blowing. I'm not gonna go the whole this is an indie show. No. You see what I do with my music videos, right? I'm going to do the exact same shit with my shows. I don't care. I'm not here to make money from the show, but I really want to give everyone an experience that will ingrain them for life, right? And hopefully not a bad experience, by the way. So please, when I open this, if I do open tour or whatever, I'm going to do my utmost best to design this with my team to just blow you guys away. It's something that I really wanted to work on, So yeah, Limbo Skins in the hybrid album. Again, Limbo Skins in the hybrid album. When's it coming out? Maybe in a month or two. Who knows? 한국 언제 가냐고요? 저 잠시 또 4월에 갈 수도 있고 6월에 갈 것 같고 이래요. 근데 꼭 갈게요. 알겠죠? How many tracks are there? Can't reveal that, babe. Come to Finland, I will. Anyway, guys, I'm past my meeting time. I have to go. Duty calls. 한국 꼭 갈게요. 진짜 꼭 갈 거니까 한국에서 쇼를 할게요. 어때요? 한국에서 공연하는 거 어때요? 한국에서 단콘. 그냥 한 단계 위 그냥 한국에서 그냥 단콘 할게요. 그래서 그때 가셨던 분들은 아시겠지만 그냥 올린 할 거예요. 거의 약간 마치 무슨 서커스 보는 듯이 서커스와 영화가 합쳐진 공연, 진정한 공연을 보여드릴게요. 아무튼 이 말로 제가 라이브를 이제 마치겠습니다. 여러분 감사합니다. Thank you so much for coming. I love you all. So, everybody. By the way, happy birthday, guys. Stay safe, stay happy, stay smiling, even if you don't want to. Trust me, projecting positivity is better than projecting negativity. Don't say you're bad at something and don't keep kind of hammering that into yourself. Even if you are, everyone's bad at something in the first place, right? That's how you get good at something. You gotta learn to be bad at something. Love you all. Dreamers, you know what to do. Start theorizing, start bringing more dreamers in, right? And the only thing left to do is get excited. Come to the UAE. I will. Everyone that's requesting all the countries, I promise I'm gonna do my best to make it to all your cities, okay? And not only that, we're here, me and Ryu and the whole team right now are working around the clock to give you guys endless content of things that you could just just get substance from. So, love you all. Shout outs to all the countries: Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Italy, Philippines, Mexico. I think I saw France in there somewhere. 한국도 진짜 알죠? 알죠? Sweden, yes, of course. Canada, Montreal, Germany, and again, all these places. Australia, of course. How can I forget Australia? Vietnam and Switzerland, Cyprus. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's all bring our collective dreams together, and let's Romania. I never forgot you, babe. Spain. Everyone in this house, right? Everyone in this house. China, Ukraine, Colombia. Let's go. Everyone under this roof. Thailand. So I'm trying to. Sorry, UK. Okay, Vegas. All right. Anyway, so I'm trying. Okay, guys, Portugal. Okay. All right, guys. Everyone. Turkey. Everyone in this Belgium. Okay. Everyone here. We're all family, right? We're all united. We're all under the same roof. You are representing DPR, and I'm representing you guys, right? So, love you all. Let's go with this, man. We're gonna take over the world. You and I are gonna take over the world. But we'll have a few burgers at the end of the day. Kazakhstan, don't worry, I'm right there with you. Brazil, of course. How could I forget? All right, so I'm gonna go now. I'm really behind my schedules. Netherlands, Peru, of course, Peru. Russia. All right, see you guys all later. Love you. Japan, of course, Japan. Denmark. All right, guys. Bulgaria. I think I said that. Finland, New Zealand. All right, of course, our neighbor, New Zealand. Bloody hell, where the Kiwis from? Is it Saudi Arabia? All right, guys. Love you all. Love you all so much. Take care of yourself, please. Spread love. It's free. It's never not free. Be nice to the next person, and enjoy what we have for you guys. We're going to be there real soon. Lithuania and South Africa. We're going to be there real soon. Okay, love you all. 사랑해. 사랑해.